Hi everyone, in this video I would like to talk about imports and exports in JavaScript. Now imports and exports allow us to break down our code into separate files when the code base gets large, very large. And these are very important, especially if you want to get started with React. You're going to be working with imports a lot. You're going to be importing libraries, importing functions, importing methods. And it's very important for you to understand the basics of importing and exporting within JavaScript. And what we are going to do first is we are going to jump into the File Explorer, and I'm going to create another file, and I'm going to call it import.js. And within this import.js, let's say we have a colors array that we want to import into the our 25th lesson. I'm going to say red, blue, and let's just add another one. Keep it very simple so we can focus on the actual concept. So we need to import this from the import.js file into this file. How can we do that? The first thing that you need to do is you need to export this colors array from this file. So I'm going to say export. Now this method that I'm about to write, this only works if you want to export only one thing. Keep that in mind. So you're going to say export default, and afterwards you're going to specify what it is that you want to export. So now that the colors array has been exported, we need to import it somewhere as well. But before importing it here, we need to specify the script tag that we have in the HTML. We need to specify a type attribute for it. And the type attribute has to say module. So when you're dealing with imports and exports, you're actually dealing with JavaScript modules. So I'm going to specify it as a module. And now I'm going to save that, and I'm going to jump into the into the JS file, and we are ready to import that array. So we're going to use the import keyword. So the array has been exported. We need to import it. And so what do you want to name that import? It could have any name, but as a best practice, it's a good idea to name the import the same thing as the thing that you have exported. So the thing that we want to export is this colors, and I could name it the same thing. For now, I'm just going to say something. So import something, and then we are going to say from where? Where do you want to import it? So it is going to be imported from the import.js file, which is in the same directory. So I'm going to say import.js file. You make sure you add that extension, and I'm going to save this. It is faded out for some reason. Let's go ahead and let's console log something. And as soon as I save it, you can see we have our array. Now, even though the array was created right here, we were able to import it, to export it from the import.js and import it within this 25th.js lesson. Now, you can see it says something. It is not known what this is. It's a good practice to name this the same thing that you have imported from here. So it has the name of colors, and I'm going to name this colors as well. And there we go. Here is our colors. Now, you might be asking, okay, now this is a good thing, but what if we have multiple things that we want to export? Let's say we have an array of, I don't know, like maybe numbers that we want to export from this as well. So how can we do that? I'm going to show you how you can do that as well. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Let's save that. Now, when you're exporting multiple things, this syntax is not going to work. And you're going to come there, and at the start of both of these let keywords, you're going to add the keyword export. How can you do that with a VS Code shortcut is you're going to hold Control, press Alt, and then the down arrow. It just created two cursors for me, and I'm going to say export. That's it. So I've exported both of them. I've commented those ones out. Just make sure that the import statements, they have to be at the top of your file, at the top of the scope. So they always have to be, it's not like we have an import and then I have like a console log and then I have another something, some functions, and then towards the bottom I have another import. No, all the imports, they have to be towards the start. This is just an example. And that's why there is this console log. Technically, this shouldn't be here. So I want to import several things. What are those several things that I want to import? So I'm going to put it within this object. I'm going to say, okay, colors as well as numbers. I want to import them from where? From this import.js file. And I'm going to say, okay, console.log colors and console.log numbers. And it is going to give us colors and numbers. That's everything you need to know about imports and exports. And see you in the next video.